Good day, class and colleagues. This is part of the presentation I made for the teachers during our 2020 summer in-service training. As you may be aware, every summer, teachers are busy preparing and upgrading their skills so that by the start of the new school year, everything would be ready. But due to the pandemic brought about by the COVID-19 virus, everything has changed. Nevertheless, the Department of Education believes that learning should continue. Hence, thousands of teachers across the Philippines attend webinars and trainings in order to respond to the new challenges in education. And that is why I created this presentation, Netiquette 101, Code of Conduct in the Virtual Classroom. This aims to help both teachers and students prepare for the new normal. So let's begin with a simple pop quiz. Try to answer the following questions. So, how did you find the pop quiz? Did you get a perfect score? Obviously, the questions have something to do with computers, the internet, and how we communicate electronically in this digital age. Did you know that in the 1990s, the internet was very different from what we know it today? The websites were static, communication was limited to email and some social chat programs, and users were mere passive receivers of information, and that was Web 1.0. But now we can see websites with a lot of user generated content, user friendly, and can be accessed anywhere in any device. This is the year of Web 2.0. So I hope that most teachers, although we are considered as digital immigrants, are not stuck with the old concept of the internet, unlike the millennials who are widely adept in the use of technology. And undeniably, the internet has changed not just the way we communicate, but also our way of lives. People can lose jobs over social media comments. People can find love or fortune in the web. And clearly, the distinction between the real world and the virtual world is almost gone. In fact, aside from IQ and EQ, there's now an emerging concept called DQ or digital quotient. And perhaps we'll be discussing that in another video. But for now, as we prepare for online education as one of the learning delivery modes, we must be wary of what could happen in our virtual classrooms. Here are some screenshots of work from home fails that I got from the web. It is unfortunate that these things had to happen, but we can prevent this by practicing some netiquette. So, what is netiquette? It is a combination of the words internet and etiquette. And similar to etiquette, which refers to the code of polite behavior in society, like saying please and thank you, netiquette refers to the protocols or unspoken rules that we need to follow to ensure good communication. And as of the moment, there are no official list of netiquette, but I collected several rules which I think may be applicable to us who are working in the education sector. So first, make a good impression. Don't shout. Typing in all capital letters appears that you are shouting, and of course, shouting is a rude behavior. No one likes a rude person. Be forgiving. It is easy to point out errors that people commit, but nobody likes that kind of behavior. Sharing is caring. Our talents were given to us not to brag but to help other people. Be on time. Set up your equipment at least 15 minutes before call time, and that is a mark of a person who will be taken seriously. Second, be a good digital citizen. Avoid pirated software. Although they may appear okay, but using them may put your equipment at risk of being hacked or infected with malware. Respect privacy. Images of persons are considered as personal property, so you don't just post their faces online, especially our students, without their consent. Think before you click. Don't post something that you will regret later, or don't go to unscrupulous websites or websites which are unfamiliar or shady. Research first before asking. So put a little effort yourself and try not to annoy people by begging them all the time. I attended a webinar a couple of weeks ago and I was shocked when I received the digital certificate. And as you can see from the screenshot, they exposed all the email addresses of the participants. And they did this by simply failing to use the BCC or blind carbon copy feature in email. So, guys, please be mindful of these things. Third, always follow the golden rule. Do not do online what you wouldn't do or say offline. Be consistent, as no one likes a doble cara. What you post online stays online forever. Even if you delete your posts, remember, they are stored in web servers and they can be retrieved anytime. Applying these rules, here are some simple tips on how we can set up our virtual classrooms. Take a look at this. Which of the following classrooms would you prefer? Studies reveal that visual clutter affects learning. So the same goes with our webcam, since that will be the window where students and teachers can see face to face. So here's our tip number 1. Touch up your appearance. For the new normal classroom, we should by now have allotted a conducive space for teaching and learning. You should always face the light source so that you will be illuminated, as nobody wants to talk to a shadow. Your webcam should also be level with your head. You can use a laptop cooler or a stack of books to raise your laptop. You may also use a divider behind you to minimize visual distractions. In this screen capture, I want to show you a feature in Zoom where you can enhance your webcam image. So go to Zoom settings by clicking the gear icon, then go to video, and in my video options, tick the touch up my appearance checkbox. And there you go. It automatically applies a subtle filter that lightens your face. Next, you may also use a virtual background to help students focus on you instead on your curtains and to protect your privacy as well. So let's create a background image using PowerPoint. First, select an image that is easy on the eyes. You may also Google it, but here I'm using the automatic suggestions by PowerPoint 365. So once you have selected your preferred image, paste your school logo to give your background a more formal look. Then adjust the image to your liking. Afterwards, select everything, Ctrl A, and save it as an image to your desktop where you can easily locate it. Then go to Zoom settings, choose virtual background, click on the plus sign, add image, and select the image that you have created in your desktop. And now you have your very own virtual background in Zoom. For my next tip, You may have experienced this in one of your virtual meetings: a barking dog or a chicken that refused to keep quiet. Those background noises can be a distraction to your audience. And according to surveys, people can tolerate a shaky video, but not a bad audio. So, tip number 2: please do this every time you join a meeting. Silence your microphone. You don't want to cause distraction or hurt other people's ears, especially those who are wearing headphones. Headsets with noise cancellation feature are great, but they can be expensive. So I came across a software that can remove background noise in real time. It's called Crisp. And here's another screen capture that shows how I downloaded and enabled the software in Zoom audio settings. For my third tip, I got this from the internet. Respect others' bandwidth. Bandwidth refers to the carrying capacity of wires to transmit data. Take note that not all people have the luxury of unlimited or fast internet. Therefore, we should consider internet as a limited resource. So the next time you're planning to have an online conference, ask yourself, is it really necessary? Can't a simple email suffice? Also, there's no need to upload and download documents repeatedly. Google Sheet or Microsoft OneDrive can be used for online editing and collaboration. Another thing, please avoid flooding your newsfeed with photos of your lunch or with unnecessary chain messages. Some people are also trigger happy with the thumbs up sign, but in doing so, it bears important announcements in group chats. So please always show courtesy to others. So I hope you find these tips useful and you will apply these in your virtual classrooms for this coming school year. So let's try to see if we remembered something in today's session. Identify what is asked by filling out the puzzle. Number 1. Web 2.0 is also known as participatory or blank web. The answer is social web. Number 2. The code of good behavior in the internet is called blank. The answer is Netiquette. Number 3. When using a webcam, it's best to position it in what level? Head level. Number 4. People can tolerate a shaky video but not a bad blank. The answer is audio. And number 5, what you post online stays online blank. The answer is forever. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any comments, suggestions, or if I missed anything, please feel free to comment down your thoughts. See you guys in the next one. Enjoy learning.